What up, YouTube? Denny in Saigon. Thanks for watching my video. My name's Denny. I'm an American, but I'm living here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. It is damn hot today. It's probably pushing 100 degrees here in Saigon, South Vietnam. I'm here at a coffee shop, chilling out at Begin Coffee. Try not to make the table wobble. Wobbly tables are kind of common in Asia. I come to the coffee shop because I get better Wi-Fi than I get in my hotel room. I have a room, a cheap room. It works out for me. I don't have an apartment or anything right now because of the way I moved around a little bit looking for stable work, and kind of a long story. Now I'm living over here in District 12, and my fiance lives over in District 2, where most people want to live. The hotels here in Southeast Asia really are not going to provide you with quality Wi-Fi. If they're making their money some other way, then Wi-Fi is not going to be a priority. The coffee shops, on the other hand, will have good Wi-Fi, which you can count on. I'm trying not to make the table wobble too much. I was wanting to check something out here. I got my webcam on. I'm checking out my home, looking at the weather map, and it's 12:40 in the afternoon here, so my home is 12 hours. 12 hours in the past. 12 hours in the past. 12 hours behind. Saturday, April 13th, according to the map here. Decatur, Indiana. Really, I'm from Bluffton. I was born in Bluffton, but I raised my kids in Bern, Indiana. Bern is a little Swiss community. There are a lot of Amish in Bern, Indiana. Quite a lot. I've never really talked about this before. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. But it's real easy to work with the Amish. You can pick up a job. You can pick up work with the Amish relatively easily. What you need is a van. You know, turns out the Amish, you know, they if you aren't familiar with them, they're Swiss, basically, Swiss and German, and they came over to the USA, you know, originally to flee religious persecution, and so they have communities back in the Midwest of the United States, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Kentucky. There's a lot of them in Indiana. What you do is you get a van and you go out to an Amish farm and you drive down the lane, because they all live out in the countryside down a long lane, and then you introduce yourself. You know, he'd probably try to sell you something or whatever, and they all have little businesses on the side. They're raising vegetables and building things, woodworking and stuff. Offer them a ride, you know, offer them a ride to town. They all need a ride. They all need to go as many places as everybody else. And since they don't drive, they're more than likely jump on an opportunity for a ride to town, and probably ask you to come back the next day. And if they don't need a ride to town, you just go to the next house, and pretty soon somebody's going to need a ride. I used to work with the Amish, and I used to make a pretty good living with them. You can either, you know, there's several ways to do it. You can take them to town and run them around on errands. They all need to go a lot of places. Go to the store. They go to the grocery store, and they could go to Walmart and buy, like, you know, 4 carts full of groceries. They don't really buy much of anything else. You know, they make their own food, and I mean, they make their own clothes, and their own furniture, and about everything else. The only thing they really buy is food. And if you don't want to do that, the other way to make money with them is to go get a big van, like a 15-passenger van, and work construction with them. You know, I used to work construction with them for a long time, and what you do is you pick them up you start picking them up at about 4:30 in the morning. You know, you drive all over the county. In about 2 hours, you pick them all up, and then you drive to the job site, maybe an hour away, 2 hours away. So about 3 or 4 hours of driving in the morning, and then you work with them all day, usually driving equipment, tractors and lifts and things like that. And then you drive home in the evening. So all in all, it's about 12 to 14 hour day, and you can bring down some pretty good money doing that. They'll pay you pretty nicely to do that. And sometimes you can get jobs taking them to places on vacation, because they all travel all over the USA. They like to go to Mexico to have surgery, so you can drive them right down there. But they go to Florida and Colorado and places like that too. There's a lot of Amish, that's why you need a van. They have big families. They're the only white people having big families right now. My old boss in Indiana, he has 22 kids and 4 sets of twins. So typically they got a bigger family than everybody else. I might go back to doing that when I go back to Indiana. I'm not sure exactly what I am going to do. I want to go back because I miss my kids so much. And I don't really want to go back and I want to go back and patch things up with my boy, who's going to be 18 pretty soon. And I don't want to leave him again, really. And my fiance, she kind of wants to go to the USA and work for a little while. She wants to see what it's like. I'm not sure if she's going to be happy there or not. I'm worried about going back to the West because, I watch the news a lot, and I can see they got their problems and they got their issues, things that you don't have to deal with here. But still, I miss a lot of things about the West. Really, I miss the food. But I miss the culture too, I miss American culture living over here in Vietnam. I can honestly say, I miss black people, and I miss that part of American culture. And I miss Hispanic people too, because I miss that part of American culture. I guess, that kind of stuff is, I never really thought about it too hard, I guess, till I come over here. And of course, it's been in the news a lot lately about, divide and conquer is the oldest strategy in the oldest book, I'm pretty sure. It's really effective, and they're good at it back in the West. And so they try to divide everybody. I don't know why they want to have a multicultural society and then divide everybody up. But maybe it's because they want everyone to fight to the death or something. Maybe that's the plan. It seems like it sometimes. I think I'll probably go back to Indiana and live, but I might go somewhere in Ohio and Michigan too. I don't like the cold weather. It doesn't excite me. I could go back and drive a truck. I thought about doing that, but I don't want to leave my boy, If I go back to the USA, I really want to patch things up with him, and I'm gonna probably want to stick around town. So,